Yo, 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 it's your boy, Skinny Mexican, back at it again, and I'm back, yay! I know I haven't uploaded in a year, but that's fine, because I'm back, and I'm gonna try to upload more. I know that's probably a lie, but just ignore, alright. Well, we're gonna be doing a tier list today on Call of Duty Zombies maps. And you may be wondering, but Biopo, you already did a tier list on Call of Duty Zombies maps. Well, that was like a year ago, and my opinions have changed, and that video is really bad because it never explained anything. So I'm gonna be going through all the maps, and I actually have played some other non-Treyarch maps, such as World War II Zombies. So yeah, we're gonna be playing through, or we're gonna be showcasing you my opinions. Starting off with Nocturne Toten. It was the first map, so you can't put it in trash. But it was also the first map, so you can't put it anywhere above decent. So I'm gonna put it in meh, because if you think about it, it was the first map, but I'm not taking nostalgia into account. It has nothing. It has 2 doors, and that's it. There's nothing to it. It's bare bones survival. But it's not a bad map. It's not a bad map. It's still fun to mess around on. But it's not anything special besides the fact that it was the first. Next, let's find Verrucht. Here it is. So here's Verrucht. Verrucht is an innovation. It has perks. It has a power switch. It has traps, which puts it in decent. It's still not perfect, because it does have flaws. It doesn't have Pack-a-Punch. Pack-a-Punch wasn't invented yet. But I think it did innovate a lot, and it is more fun in my opinion. Especially the Black Ops 3 version is really fun. So I'm gonna put it in decent. Next, we have Shinonuma. I used to be a sucker for Shinonuma, but the more I play it, the more I'm like, it's not that good. But it's still a decent map. Because it has everything that Verrucht has. It's just more open space. It also introduced the first non-ray gun wonder weapon, the Wunderwaffe, which is an innovation. It also introduced Hellhounds and the 4 main characters, and I guess that's innovation. So I'll put it above Verrucht. I'm going to put it above Verrucht. And I do think Shinonuma is alright. Next we have Der Riese. Now, Der Riese is a great map. I think it's great. I don't think it's awesome. I don't think it's god tier, but I think it's a great map because I feel like it perfected, like, it popularized camping. It perfected it perfected gameplay, in my opinion. It perfected that, and I think it's really, really fun, and really fun to just mess around on and just do random stuff with friends. I think it's great for that reason. But it's not awesome. It added Pack-a-Punch, it added Monkey Bombs, it added the Bowie Knife. But above that, it's not a spectacular map that everyone should be playing like 24/7, like it's the greatest map of all time. Because it's not. And I think people don't realize that it's not the best map of all time just because it added Pack-a-Punch. Okay? So yeah, that's why Der Riese isn't great. Now, where's Kino der Toten? Here it is. Alright, Kino der Toten is pretty much exactly like Der Riese. So I'm going to put it right next to Der Riese. It is different. It does add a few things, like the Thunder Gun. Add the Thunder Gun. And that's it. I'm pretty sure that's it. So, Kino der Toten is a less innovative Der Riese. They're not exactly the same, but Kino der Toten is just not that original when compared to Der Riese. It is still a great map and very fun though, so I will put it right next to Der Riese in great, but right below Der Riese. Next we have 5. I love 5 so much, I'm going to put it in awesome. This map would be in god tier if PhD Flopper was on it, but it's not, so I have to put it in awesome. But it's still a phenomenal map. I love the characters. I love the basement level and the war room. I love teleporting. The teleporters are cool. The teleporters do have flaws though, but I really love this map. I love the tightness of it. I love everything about it, pretty much. It's not God tier. It does have flaws. Like, pretty much everything I just mentioned that I like about it is also its flaws. I like the teleporters. Those are a flaw. I like the tightness of it, which is a flaw. And really, the only thing keeping it at a God tier are those and the fact that it doesn't have PhD flopper. But I think 5 is great. Next, we have... what came after 5? Ah, yes, Ascension. Oh boy, yep, this is... I do not like Ascension at all. I think the monkeys absolutely ruin it. I'm gonna put it above Nocturne, Totem, and Meh. I don't think it's trash like I used to think, because Ascension is a solid map in the sense that it has the layout, it has the perks, it introduced PhD flopper and stamina up, but like, that's it, really. I mean, it added Gersh devices, which are cool, I guess, and Machoistry dolls, which end up killing you half the time. But it's still not the worst thing ever. I don't think it's good, I don't think it's decent. Because the monkeys, man, absolutely ruin this map. And some other bad things about it, I mean, I would put into account the difficulty, but I don't really care if a map is hard or easy, because one of my favorite maps is 5, which is a hard map, and another one of my favorite maps is Dead of the Night, which is a easy map. So yeah, Ascension goes in Meh. Next, we have Call of the Dead. Now, Call of the Dead is extraordinarily difficult. Like, I like a challenge, but Call of the Dead is too much of a challenge. No one has gotten to round 100 on this map. Ever. The wonder weapons suck. I hate the VR11. The scavenger is alright up until like round 20, then it starts crapping out. And the map is just, it's hard and it's ugly, and George is a nuisance and makes camping impossible. If camping was possible on this map, then I might have put it in great. Maybe even decent. But I think, actually, I'm going to put it at the end of decent. Because I don't think Call of Duty is spectacular in any sense. I think the characters are cool. The setting is cool. But when the fog is gone, the map is pretty. But when the fog is there, which is pretty much 95% of the time, it's ugly. You can't see. George is a terrible boss. I get if you kill him, you get the Wonder Waff and a free perk. But, like, when are you ever going to kill George? He is so hard to kill. So yeah, that's why he's in the bottom of decent. Next we have Shangri-La. I love Shangri-La. Shangri-La, I don't care what you say, it is easier than Call of the Dead. And I think Shangri-La has a beautiful setting. I think the monkeys on this map were done better than they were in Ascension. And they're less of a nuisance, and if you kill them you get like 1,000 points. So that's really awesome. I think the wonder weapon is pretty I mean, it's okay, but the wonder weapon, my only flaw with it is that it gives you an incentive to run into a horde of zombies. And I'm pretty sure that the zombies can turn back into normal zombies if you don't kill them fast enough. So yeah, I think Shangri-La is better than all of these. I think it's, top of decent, bottom of great. Top of decent, bottom of great. I'm gonna put it in top of decent because I don't think it's great in any aspect besides beauty, because it is a beautiful map. But I mean, it's really fun. It's really fun. But it's nothing special. Next we have Moon. Where is Moon? There is Moon. Alright. So Moon... I have mixed feelings with Moon. Especially, I don't like the Black Ops 1 version. I don't like it. Black Ops 3 version is where this map shines. Up until, like, whatever round I make it to, like, I could be having the funnest time of my life. I love training, like, by Mule Kick out in that area. I love training with like, the L4 Siege and the Brecci. That's my favorite area to train in. I love training in that area. It's so fun. But then I go down. And then I want to go and get my perks back. But guess what? The excavators are blocking my path, and I can't get to Quick Revive. I can't move anywhere out of the spawn room once I teleport to it from the teleporter. I can't do it. And that's what ruins this map, is the excavators. I like the low gravity. I like that. I hate the teleporting overcrawlers, but I can get past those. I think the decompression system is pretty wacky. I'll put it better than Verrucht and Call of the Dead, but I don't like it as much as Shino, because Shino doesn't have any inherent flaws. Well, Moon does, and I think Shangri-La is just really fun. And Moon is also really fun up until that point where I down. So yeah, that's why I think Moon is indecent. Next we have Transit. Where is Transit? Oh boy, here's Transit. Alright, Transit is fun with friends. I really like this map with friends. It's fun. But if I'm doing this solo, yikes. I mean, what were you expecting? What were you expecting? I'm pretty much a solo player. Pretty much only a solo player. So, this map isn't that fun of an experience unless I get lucky and I somehow get Pack-a-Punch open. If I do get Pack-a-Punch open, I'd put it at the bottom of the map, because then I have a fun time. But the Pack-a-Punch process is just too bad. Too bad for me to put it anywhere above trash. So that's where Transit goes. Next we have Die Rise. A lot of you are going to hate me for this, but this is one of my favorite maps, and here's why. I like the verticality of Die Rise. I like Who's Who. I think it's a good perk. I like what Johnny J25 said about Who's Who. It's pretty much infinite quick revives if you're good enough. The jumps are wicked easy. I think the jumpin' jacks are a cool boss because they give you a free perk and they're really easy to get. I think this map doesn't have any flaws. Well, it does have flaws, so I'm not going to put it in God tier, but I'm going to put it in awesome just because I like the setting. I love the skybox. It's a beautiful map. It is a beautiful map. And I really like the concept of it. The Easter egg is pretty bad. I feel like this map with friends isn't that good, but solo, it is a much different story. The Slickifire is amazing, and I think Die Rise deserves awesome tier because it's just really fun to play. And I love the Trample Steam, how it introduced that, and the AN94 is all amazing. So yeah, that's been awesome. Next, Nuketown. Nuketown is an average map at best. So I'm probably going to put it in the middle of average, but I'm going to put it a step above Moon because of all the teeny little Easter eggs you can find. This map is chock full of tiny little Easter eggs, and it's really fun. I like how the perks drop from the sky because it provides a challenge. And a lot of people say about this map, oh, you sometimes don't get jugs around 25. Well, if you really think about it, how often does that actually happen? How often? When was the last time you got jug around 25? Point made. It's a decent map. I think the Easter eggs are really cool. I like how you can hear Marlton in the bunker. I like how you can get the Samantha Lullaby Easter egg song. You can hear the transit bus. It's really cool. Among other things, it's really cool. And I put it in decent because it's not special. It's average. But it's cool, you know? Alright. Next, we have Mob of the Dead. I'm going to put this in top of awesome. It's not God tier because I hate refueling the plane so much. But it is an amazing map. It has got some of the best characters, the best setting. The Pack-a-Punch process is good up until you have to refuel the plane, which sucks, and I hate refueling the plane, which is why it's not in God tier. I think if this map had more perk selection, other than just Deadshot, Electric Cherry, and then your main 4, except Quick Revive, then it would be good. It'd be God tier. It'd be amazing. But, I mean, you usually always get, like, your main 4 besides Double Tap, or besides Deadshot, I mean. And I don't think that the perk selection is good, so I can't put it in God tier, among the other reasons that I listed. But yeah, Mob of the Dead, still an amazing map, still top of awesome, and I do like Mob of the Dead a lot. Next we have, alright, what came after? Oh yeah, Buried. If I can find it. Here it is. Alright. Buried is a great map. I'm already going to say this. I'm going to put top of great because it innovated a little bit. Not too much, but it innovated. With all these little perma-perk things, all these little extra details, little things. And there's so many, like, little features of Buried that all add up to, like, this huge masterpiece of a map. It's not amazing. It's not God tier. But it is great. It is a great map. It's got fun. Leroy is awesome. I love Leroy. I like the transit crew. I do like the transit crew. Buried is a great map. Next is Origins, the most overrated map of all time. I don't get why people like this map so much. The pack-a-punch process is long. The stabs are cool. I like upgrading the stabs. They're awesome. The Easter egg is probably the most overrated Easter egg of all time. That's not to say it's bad by any means. I feel like the map just has way too much to it, and it's way too big. And forget playing this map on, like, duos, because if someone downs, you're gonna have to run all the way across the map, and they're dead. They're just dead. So I'm gonna put this map top of decent. Top of decent. Because I don't think it did innovate. It added the complex feature of most maps. Origins was the first complex map, and then for that I can put it top of decent. It also has some cool features like the stabs and the mud sucks and the robots are cool. Pack-a-punch process kinda sucks, but not really. I just think it's overrated. Easter egg's good, but like, eh. So yeah, Origins and decent. Next, Shadows of Evil. This map is God tier. I love Jazz. I love Jazz. I love the characters. I love Jeff Goldblum. I love... the pack-a-punch process is hard, but it's good. It's complex, but it's good. And I like the Apothicon Servant, the great wonder weapon, one of the best, if not the best, of all time. The layout of the map is kind of like Darius a little bit, but not really. And I love the sword. The Easter egg is easy-ish, and I think the Shadow Man is a really cool character, and I just really like Shadows of Evil a lot. That's why it is in God tier, and it is our first God tier of the day. So yeah, also apologize if you can hear some outside stuff. That is the outside being the outside. So yeah, next is the Giant. The Giant is better than Darius. Better than Darius. Is it better than Buried? Almost, but I don't think so. I think the Giant is better than Darius because it has Gobblegum, and it has a bunch of extra little secrets, such as the free Annihilator Easter egg. You can throw the monkeys into the teleporters, and then you get a free extra perk. And it's just really cool. I love all the little Easter eggs, and I think it's just an overall improvement from Darius. And you also get to play as the Primus crew, unlike Darius with the Ultimus crew. And whether that's better or worse, I don't know. I personally like the Ultimus crew a little bit more. But I think the Giant is a great map, and it is an improvement over Darius because of those little Easter eggs. And Gobblegum, of course. Next, we have Horizon Drac. Now, I'm not a Horizon Drac fanboy, but I do think Horizon Drac is overrated, but that's not to say it's undeserved. I think Horizon Drac is a phenomenal map. It's Origins done right. Origins, I feel like what Blundell had thought in his head was, this is going to be amazing. And he just screwed it up with the over-complex features of Origins. Like, everything is too complex. Horizon Drac simples things down, and I don't get a migraine whenever I play this map. Because it's just fun to get the bows. It's fun to upgrade them. It's easy. It's simple. And the Easter egg is also great. It brought back Electric Cherry, the best perk. And it's great. It's great. So I have to put it in God tier for that. And I just love the setting of being in an Austrian castle. It's amazing. Next, we have Zetsubo no Shima. Where is it? There it is. Alright, Zetsubo no Shima. I used to hate this map a ton. But now that I've played it a little bit more, I've started to grow that respect for Zetsubo. I have a respect for Zetsubo, but I just don't think it's that good because it's just like Origins. It is exactly like Origins, but I think the setting is better and it's prettier to look at. I also hate the Thrashers more than I do the Panzers. And I don't mind the spiders. The spider boss fight is pretty cool. I think the Takio boss fight sucks. I think the Easter egg cutscene is heart-wrenching and amazing. And I think just the over-complexity of it makes it not that good. But it is still a decent map, at best. But I'm going to put it below Origins, just because I feel like Origins did it first. Origins did it first. Zetsubo kind of was like, hey, what if we take Origins, and we did it, but we did it worse. Drak had the mindset, what if we did Origins, but we did it better? And Zetsubo is the complete opposite. But I mean, Zetsubo, it's cool. I'll give it that. It's cool. Alright, next we're gonna have Grod Krovi. Here it is. I love Grod Krovi. I love it. I love the setting. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful map. I like the dragons. I'm gonna put it above Mob of the Dead. I love Grod Krovi so much. Grod Krovi is amazing. The Pack-a-Punch process is Darius, but not. And it's easy. I love riding the dragons to the thing, into the house to Pack-a-Punch. I don't like that, the lockdowns. I don't like the lockdowns. I think the challenges are cool. I think the Gauntlet of Siegfried is cool. I think the map is just overall cool, pretty to look at. And it reminds me a lot of the Shadowed Throne, which we'll get to in a second. Alright, next we have Revelations. Where is it? Here it is. Revelations. I used to like Revelations. I used to like Revelations too much. That's not to say it's a bad map. It's a good map. I'd even say it's a great map. I'm gonna put it above Buried. I think Revelations is beautiful. It's bright. It's not original, but that doesn't mean anything. Okay? It doesn't matter if it's unoriginal or not. It's cool. And I think it is original. I think it actually is original. Just because it uses other maps doesn't mean it's unoriginal. It has cool little features such as like the Arnie upgrades and stuff like that. It's not complex. Like you'd think it'd be complex. The Easter egg is complex. That's complex. But like the Pack-a-Punch process is easy. It's also kind of similar. It's pretty much Origins, but way simpler. Way simpler. Like almost simpler than Drak. But I do think that it's not spectacular. It's good. It's great, even. But it's nothing more than that, you know? So I'm going to put it in great. Top of great. Next, we're going to start on World War II Zombies. We have the Final Reich. Final Reich is one of my favorite maps of all time, and I think it is above Grod Krovi. The Final Reich has a really cool setting of, like, an abandoned city. And you can go into like the sewers and the docks, and I think it's beautiful. This is one of the only maps I've ever done an Easter egg on. The Panzer Mortar is awesome. I think it's just an awesome, awesome map, and I think the characters are really cool. I actually do like the World War II cast of characters, and I think it's just an overall great, amazing map, and I think that's why it deserves top of awesome. Next, we have the Darkest Shore. Now, I feel like Darkest Shore is hated on way too much. I actually love the Darkest Shore. I can't list a single flaw off the top of my head besides the fog. But the fog isn't really that bad, because it's not as prevalent like it is in Call of the Dead and Transit. And I think it's better than Call of the Dead and Transit, both. I think the setting is awesome. I like being on the beach / fortress. I think the Easter egg is cool. The Easter egg cutscene is cool. The intro cutscene is phenomenal. I really like the characters again. Like I said, I like the weird tongue dude that's in the map. And I'm going to put it below Grod Krovi, because I don't think I like it as much as Grod Krovi. But I think the Darkest Shore is an awesome, awesome map. I think it's great. It's simple. I like the Wonder Weapon is actually pretty interesting, the Ripsaw. I like the upgrade, it's pretty cool, I guess. So yeah, that's why the Darkest Shore isn't great. Next we have the Shadowed Throne. Trash. Hate the Shadowed Throne. Garbage. What other map has you do start the Easter egg, literally start the Easter egg, achieve the Wonder Weapon, and all that, listen to radio frequencies and match the radio frequencies before you get Pack-a-Punch? I guess Zetsubo kind of does the Easter egg thing, But this took Zetsubo and said, hey, what if we took Zetsubo, put it inside Garad Krovi, and then made it suck? And then that's the Shadow Throne. But once you get past the abysmal setup process, it's actually not that bad. But the Shadow Throne is utter garbage. Besides that, the Pack-a-Punch process cannot be excused of its flaws. It is god-awful. So that's why the Shadow Throne is in trash tier. Next, we have the Tortured Path. Now, I'm not going to be including the Tortured Path mode. I'm going to be counting this as the 3 survival maps that it comes with, which would be Bodega Cervantes, USS Mount Olympus, and Altar of Blood. I think Altar of Blood is great. I think Bodega Cervantes is eh. And I think USS Mount Olympus is good. And all that put together puts it at top of decent. I don't think they're anything special, but the 3 survival maps are pretty cool and they're pretty neat and I like them. They got a lot of charm to them. And I just think they're fun little maps that you can just hop on and have a good time. It's similar to like Town. They're great, and I like them. The Tortured Path. If we're talking about the Tortured Path mode, then that's trash. But like I'm talking about the 3 survival modes because the Tortured Path mode isn't really zombies. So the Tortured Path goes in decent. Next we have the Frozen Dawn. I feel like people crap on this map too much. I love the setting. I think it's really cool. The wonder weapons are an interesting idea. However, I don't think it's executed quite that well. I do like the map. I'm gonna put it above Zetsubo. I think the Frozen Dawn is good. It's good, not great, you know? Alright, next we have Black Ops 4. I haven't played Exo Zombies or Infinite Warfare Zombies. I haven't played those, so I'm not going to be counting those. So we're just going to do straight on to Black Ops 4. 9, overrated as crap. But it's not a bad map. I do think it's rather boring. The Wonder Weapon is cool, but it's not that good, in my opinion. So I'm going to put it top of meh, bottom of decent. Bottom of decent. I think 9 is alright. I think the Easter egg is pretty awesome. That's pretty cool. That's something I do like about it. But, I mean, 9, I mean, it's okay, I guess. So yeah, that's 9. Then we have Blood of the Dead. Blood of the Dead is, I'd say, similar to D-Machine in the sense that you have all this other part of the map that wasn't in the original. But the original is inside the map, but it only makes up, like, what? A small portion, like, 2/4, like half the map is Mob of the Dead. So I'd say I'd put it, it's fun to high round. It is very fun to high round. I have gotten some high rounds on Blood of the Dead, and it is really fun. However, I hate the fact that it's too reliant on the shield, so that's going to put it above Verruct. I'd say above Moon, because Moon is not fun to high round. Actually, I'm going to put it above Nuketown, right there. Yeah, I think that's good. So Blood of the Dead, it's not horrible. It's not great. It's good. I think it's good. It's good to high round. I think if you think of it like D-Machine, I think it's good. Nothing more, nothing less. I think it's good. Next we have Voyage of Despair, one of my favorite maps of all time. Hear me out, hear me out. Once you learn the map layout, which is actually pretty easy to do if you actually bother to play the map, it's fun. The Kraken is pretty cool. I like the upgrades. I like the smoker dudes or whatever they're called. I think they're called the smokers. I'm probably thinking of it wrong. No, it's the Stokers. I'm dumb. Alright, so the Stokers are okay, I guess. They're just kind of like the Woosling guys from the Final Reich. So I think Voyage of Despair is fun. The Easter egg is kind of doo-doo up until the end. That boss fight's awesome. I'd put it above top of great. I think it's top of great. I think Voyage of Despair, great map, fun to do high rounds. It's got a cool layout. I like how you can drain the water, which isn't that hard to do if you bother to do it. And once you actually bother to play the map in depth and actually try to go for that high round, I think you'll find an appreciation to Voyage of Despair. Give it a chance. Give it a chance. Don't listen to the YouTubers. Alright, next we have Classified. I really like Classified. I think it is an improvement to 5. I'm gonna put it above 5, not above Mob of the Dead, because I feel like Mob of the Dead is just too much of a cinematic masterpiece for Classified to beat that. How everything 5 did wrong, Classified did right. And it also, Classified did add more, and I think the Pack-a-Punch is cool, how you go to Area 51. That's awesome. I think the Ultimus crew fits well into the map. I think overall the map is just done better. I don't think it's done too much better, but it's good. It's definitely amazing. Definitely amazing map. Next we have Dead of the Night. I'm gonna put this map in God tier. Here's why. Here's why. You see, the Pack-a-Punch process is complex. The Alistair's Folly is complex to get. The Chaos Theory and Alistair's Annihilator, complex. But you may be thinking, well, if it's so complex, then why is it above Origin, Zetsubo, and the other map that I forget? Well, because I feel like Dead of the Night works on the Black Ops 4 system. I feel like it just works better. It just flows a lot better. I think the Easter egg is good. I actually have done the Easter egg for Dead of the Night. I think it's a cool Easter egg. I think the Wonder Weapon is amazing. It's a ray gun with no splash damage with a charge effect. And it's amazing. I almost got to round 100 on this map a few times, actually. And the Alistair's Annihilator is amazing. It is an amazing Wonder Weapon. I like the werewolves. I think they're a fun boss. They're pretty much like George, except if he wasn't in the map all the time and much easier to kill. As that's pretty much the werewolves. And the little, the vampire dudes and the Nosferatus. Those guys are pretty annoying, but I mean, you can deal with them. I mean, they're not that bad. If you complain about the vampires and the Nosferatus, then you're just trying to complain. You're just trying to complain. They're not that bad. Deal with it. So yeah, that's why Dead of the Night is in God tier. I think everything is executed perfectly. I think the score is one of my favorite scores of all time for any map. Dead of the Night is a beautiful map beyond that, and it's just an amazing God tier map. I don't think it's as good as Drak. Actually, you know what? I think it is better than Drak. I know what? No, my favorite map of all time. Dead of the Night is my favorite map of all time. Fight me. So next we have what came after Dead of the Night. Again, I forget Black Ops 4. Ancient Evil, I think it was. So Ancient Evil is a great map. I think it's great at the very least. I think it's better than Revelations. I think the setting is cool. I think the setting is awesome. I like looking at it. It's a beautiful map. I think the concept of it is great. I love the gauntlets. I love how you can upgrade them like 3 separate times and they become better each time, and they're really cool. And it's just a great map. I mean, there's not much more to it. Ancient Evil is great. The Easter egg is great. I love the characters. I hope they continue Chaos. And I love Chaos. I like Chaos as a story. I've always loved Chaos since the beginning. And yeah, that's Ancient Evil for you. Next, we have Alpha Omega. Least favorite map of all time. Actually, no, it's better than the Shadow Throne. This is the only map I've ever gone to round 100 to. And it is an experience, to say the least. It is not fun. It's not fun. It's unoriginal, but the bad kind of unoriginal. And it also has the D-Machine effect, where half the map is Nuketown, half the map is completely new stuff. But I feel like it's just done wrong. It's not right. The Reagan Mark IIs suck. I hate them all. I've never used... they suck. They suck. I don't like them. And it's just not good. Like, at all. Dude, I don't know what to say about Alpha Omega. It's just bad. So yeah, that's Alpha Omega. Then Togger Toten, an actual competent map. I love Togger Toten. I loved it as soon as I started playing it. I got round 30 on it like my first time, and I just overall think Togdertoten is an awesome map. I think it is not as good as the Dark. I'll say it's better than Dark Shore. Togdertoten is awesome, amazing. It's got a good ending. I wish it was animated. But it's not. But that's fine. I think it's a beautiful map. Way better than Call of the Dead. Miles better of Call of the Dead. Everything Call of the Dead did wrong, Togdertoten did right. Except for that stupid Wonder Weapon. That thing's awful. I hate that. The Wonder Weapons are pretty bad, actually. But the Thunder Gun's alright, I guess. And the characters, the transit crew, like I said, I love the transit crew. What are some flaws about it? Actually, I have to think about that one. I guess Golden Pack-a-Punch. No, that was a good thing. I can't think of any flaws for Togdertoten. Enough said. Except for the fact that the Easter egg's not animated. Well, I can't think of any flaws. So that's why I think it's an awesome. I don't think it's God tier, because like I said, I feel like the ending could have been better. And I don't like it as much as the God tier maps. So yeah. Next, we have D Machine. Alright, D Machine is a good map. I'm going to put it top of decent. Actually, I'm going to put it bottom of great. Bottom of great. I think D Machine is good. I used to not like this is how it went. I used to like D Machine when I first played it. Then I started hating on it. Then I started liking it again. D Machine, great map. Great map. Flaws? Meh. It's just kind of boring on the high rounds. And that's pretty much it. And I also hate the penthouse strategy. I think it's garbage. I don't like that strategy. And anyone that uses that strategy to get to high rounds, I think you're cheating. Next, Firebase Z. I used to absolutely hate Firebase Z when it first came out. Now I actually like Firebase Z. Firebase Z is a good map. Is it better than D Machine? No. So I put it bottom of great. I think it has too many boss zombies, and that drags it down. I hate Order, because most of the times you just die by him, and it's awful. I hate that it's mandatory. I hate Order. I hate Order so much. Next we have Mauerdertoten. Mauerdertoten is probably the best. I'd say the best map in I'll put it no, it's below Kino. Mauerdertoten is the best map in Cold War, but it's nothing special. It's just not special, like, at all. I don't think it's bad at all. It's great, even. I like the Wonder Weapon. I think that's really unique. I like how you can upgrade it. I think it's one of a kind. I think the perk that added, Mule Kick, it didn't add it, but you know what I mean. It's probably the most useless perk in Cold War, because Tombstone actually serves a purpose. Tombstone gets you up when you're down. I mean, it's pretty awesome. If you don't have a self-revive and you can't afford it, Tombstone is there to always help you out. Mule Kick, what it does, I mean, the most useful feature is if you use an equipment, you have a chance of not actually using up an equipment. I mean, I guess that's alright, but it's pretty rare for that to actually happen. And I don't like the third weapon thing. I like the tier 5 upgrade for it. That's alright, but usually I just want 2 weapons. I mean, what's kind of the point in Cold War? I mean, for D Machine, I guess you could have the D Shockwave, Ray Gun, and Gallo. Firebase Z, you could have the Ray K, Gallo, and that's it. There's no other good gun in Firebase Z. And in Mauerdertoten, you can have the Cerberus, the Gallo, and that's it. There's no purpose for Mule Kick. There's no purpose. I don't see a purpose for Mule Kick. Now this is just turning into a rant for Mule Kick. What am I talking about? Mauerdertoten, great map. Good map, even. Great map. So yeah, that is the tier list. What just happened? I forgot Outbreak. Oh my god, I forgot Outbreak. Meh. I hate Outbreak. I don't like it. I mean, it's alright, but like, no. I feel like Treyarch cares too much about Outbreak. They're focusing too much on Outbreak than the actual maps that they need to be making. Outbreak is a waste of time. Treyarch, if you're listening, stop updating Outbreak. No one cares. So yeah, that's the list. Like if you agree, comment if you disagree, don't just like, please, I'm desperate. So yeah, that's the list. I am the Skinny Mexican. Adios.